Well, it's back to school season and we're helping you get your student prepared. The Fisher's Freight is preparing for their backpack drive called Pack the Backpacks. And here to tell us all about it, this initiative and how you can get involved is Catherine Snyder from Howland Sports and Entertainment, as well as Leanne Strollo with Fisher's Freight. Ladies, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, what an important topic. So what is the Pack the Backpacks and what's the importance of this initiative?
This is our last home game of the regular season, and so we decided to kind of pair that up with back to school time coming up. The backpack drive, we're partnering with Brightlane Learning. We've had them on as nonprofits for some fuel games and some freight games before, so we knew to kind of go back to them.
Yeah.
And it's really just to give back to our community and make sure that mainly Brightlane works with unhoused students in Marion County, so making sure that we're helping out our community and inviting them along to our game.
Absolutely. So is the community bringing the school supplies, or they're helping pack, or how is it working?
Yes, so we're asking for backpacks included, so they could bring a backpack, but all the stuff to pack in the backpack, school supplies, folders, pencils, pens, markers, really all the, major main school supplies you could think of. They won't be packing the backpacks. We'll do that. Brightlane will handle that afterwards, distributing those where they need to go. But we are asking fans to bring those to our Fan Fest before the game.
Okay, and what kind of need is Brightlane saying that they see in the community? I know you mentioned some unhoused students.
Yes, they mainly focus on making sure that unhoused students have the school supplies they need. They sent us some lovely information about the stats on how far that can go and how much that can help. Especially with unhoused students, we want to make sure that they're staying in school. We want to make sure that they get a complete education that they need as well.
Yeah, and Catherine, it's just so important to really get children excited for the first day of school. I think we all understand how important that is to really get them started off on the good foot, and how it, I guess, also builds their confidence if they have the resources that they need.
Yeah, I mean, a backpack isn't just, for logistics. It's part of who their identity is in school, and being able to supply that to someone who wouldn't usually have that confidence wearing a cool backpack's a really big part of just their day-to-day as a student. So
yeah, because they want to show up and still have the same launch into life, regardless of the family situation, and particularly when it comes to education. So you can definitely understand the initiative and the need. How can the public get involved?
Come out to the game and bring school supplies.
Okay.
We still have tickets on sale. It's a win and in situation, so both teams are facing either elimination or playoffs, so it should be a good game. Our Fan Fest will be on the plaza beforehand. If you come out and you bring us some school supplies, some backpacks, you can be one of the first to get our bobblehead of our head coach, Dixie Wooten, which will be our giveaway item for the game as well. So I think those will be highly coveted. People want to trade some school supplies for some bobbleheads.
And Catherine, really walk us through, tell us about the sport, because everyone there, of course, they're thinking the Colts, but no, we have football. There's more than that.
Yeah, football that happens right outside the NFL season. So season's March to August, and it's 50 yards of fun, and they pretty much turf the hockey field, and that's where it is. And it's quick, it's fast, it's fun, and it's a really exciting environment. We really love having it here in Fishers and Indy.
That's amazing. Something else for the families to do, especially when you get some of these really hot days.
Exactly.
Maybe this is the perfect time to come to a game, right?
Yep.
To come and take something in. Maybe the kids can see something a little bit different, and maybe they end up playing the sport. Who knows? So Catherine, Leanne, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Okay, here's the full screen with all the details before we get to Sean, so you can get an idea of what products they're looking for. And of course, this kicks off ahead of this Sunday's game. The Fan Fest and Supply Drive starts at 2:30. Then the Fisher's Freight take on the Orlando Pirates at 4 p.m. at the Fishers Event Center. We have a list of all the needed supplies and info on game tickets. It's at our website WTHR.com.